Welcome to the Pretty Confident Podcast, where we embrace authenticity, own our worth, and build unshakable confidence. I'm your host, Sierra Renee, so let's dive in. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode on the Pretty Confident Podcast. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in and giving me the opportunity to show you what this episode and what this platform is all about as we build community and confidence and all of the things under the sun. And if you are a returning listener or an OG, thank you so much for, sticking with me and rocking with me. You guys know that we have been through troubling times, all right? From not being on any type of platforms to being on platforms to not being visual to being visual to not going with my real name to going with my real name. We have been through all of the things together. So thank you so much. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the groove. I have a little bit of energy. Okay. This is my third episode of the day. This is my first time recording 3 episodes in one day. I am just so excited, so ecstatic. Like, I don't even know if you can hear it in my voice, see it in my face if you are watching this on YouTube. Oh, I just cracked my neck when I did that. Your girl's getting old. Anyway, I feel like I have been smiling and just like all of this and all of the last 3 episodes that I've recorded, like right here above my eyebrows. It's like, girl, please relax us, please put us down. Because when I laugh, when I talk with my whole face. Okay. So yeah. How are you guys doing? We are somewhere in March. I cannot keep track. I've been doing so well with recording in advance. I am just so proud of myself. And I think that's why I have all this energy. I'm so proud of myself. And when I do good for myself and set myself up for success and I can see it just here before it even gets to that point of, oh my gosh, you did so good for yourself. I can see what I am doing currently, how it sets me up for success in the future. Now, I may not see how the success looks entirely or in its totality and what it may bring for me in the future, but just knowing that I am recording and I'm going to edit and I'm going to schedule this to post in advance before the time even comes just relaxes my mind, because I stress out. We tend to stress out when we procrastinate. We know we're procrastinating, and then it comes time for something to be due and we're still like rushing. I do not believe, with me and my feminine girl era, okay, energy, whatever you want to call it, that rushing is a part of my femininity. If you are rushing, it's not a good thing to me. I know a lot of people like to do the whole rush. Oh, I just think more on my toes when I rush. Think more on your toes when you are in a relaxed state. Why do we want our body to constantly be in a fight or flight mode? I'd rather be in a really chill, mellow mode where, I'm really easygoing, because I feel like any and everybody around me gets the best of me when I am in a constant flow state. And that means I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do to keep myself in that flow. And that means my routines. What does my daily routine look like? What does my midday routine look like? What does my nighttime routine look like? How is this all setting up and interacting with each other? Because at the end of the day, they have to coincide. Like if I'm not doing anything at night to help me be better prepared in the morning, my morning is going to be more rushed. My morning is going to be more chaotic. But if I take time at night to set myself up for the next morning, my night is, it's at the end of the night. I'm not rushing to do anything at night, but go to bed. When I get in the bed, that is when I am done. But what can I do at night before I go to bed that will help me when I wake up and get out of bed to start my next day? Whatever I do at night, it's already not rushed. So if I'm just doing things to help myself for the next morning, now my morning isn't as hectic and chaotic as it would have been if I didn't take the time out of my night to help me set up for that morning. So I don't like to thrive. I don't like to live in chaos. I know some people thrive off chaos, but at the end of the day, are you really thriving if you're just constantly tired and drained and always rushing everywhere and you never have a constant state of just staying still. I like to be somebody where I can stay still and I can feel comfortable in staying still, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything or forgetting something. When you're constantly on the move, by the time you stand still for 2 seconds, you're like, what? I should be doing something. I'm forgetting something. Something is not getting done. I don't want my mind to be constantly racing. I don't want it to be turned on 100% of the time. I want to take time where my brain is completely off and I just forget what day of the week it is. When I'm working, I don't want to forget the day of the week. Okay. I want to know what day it is so I can hurry up and get to Tuesday so I can start a new week in my pregnancy, and Friday so I can start my weekend. Okay. But no, honestly, I want to create a constant flow of routines that constantly pour and feed into each other to make my overall day easier. So whatever that looks like for me, whatever that looks like for the podcast, whatever it looks like for my personal Instagram and YouTube. Not my personal YouTube, because I do have a YouTube for my content, but my content creation, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, like whatever it looks like for any of that, what can I do to set myself up for success and cause a constant state of flow? So editing way beforehand, scheduling way beforehand, recording way beforehand, all of those things play into me being level-headed when it comes to my platforms, and level-headed and not rushing through the videos that I create. Okay. So yeah, but hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are, just rocking and rolling through this third month. One of these episodes towards the end of the month, obviously we are going to do a third quarter review, or no, a first quarter, third month review on the things that we wanted to accomplish in the first quarter. I keep saying third because it's 3 months, but every quarter will have 3 months in them. But obviously my OGs, my returning listeners, know that I did a quarterly plan this year instead of a bingo board or a vision board, because I just feel like goals are just that. They're just wishes that you want for your life. Okay. But if you set forth a plan, now you have some action behind those goals that you want to achieve. And sometimes once we understand what actions need to be taken to achieve such a goal, it may not be the goal that we actually want. It may not be the thing that we actually want to achieve and have for our lives. So yeah, this year is all about planning and doing, because you can say everything, like, you know how people say, oh yeah, actions speak louder than words. Okay. All you doing with the vision boards, bingo board, like if you aren't actively like somebody that just puts it together and then leaves it in your closet and doesn't do anything with it, you are somebody that is speaking louder than you're doing. Okay. So I'd rather do more than I say. That way my actions speak louder than what I said in the beginning. So just making sure every quarter there's something that I'm actively working towards and things that I'm actively putting in place for my life to make sure my life is mimicking the life that I want by the end of 2026. So yeah, but anyway, let's go ahead and hop into this episode today. This episode is going to be, I'm sorry, like when I put my arm on the desk, if you're watching this and the camera shook like it just did, I do apologize. But I wanted to talk about like appreciation and relationships. I saw a small clip of, who is it? I think it's G Herbo, whoever Tiana and Ari Fletcher's baby daddy is. Yeah, I think it's G Herbo. Yeah. I saw a short clip. So I'm not saying this is who he is and what he does in his relationships whatsoever. I just saw a comment that I wanted to like kind of expand on and get you all's ideas on as well. But I don't know. As I'm talking, I'll kind of tell you guys how I'm thinking about the situation, but he was talking to Ella Mai. I love her down. Her British accent is just so beautiful. And she sings wonderfully. Like, I love her 3 EP album. The one with Little Things. One of, I don't even, one of these. And then, let me see. It's Little Things, one of these. And then what else? I don't even know what the last one is. I'm drawing a blank because I'm on the spot. I just put myself on the spot. But anyway, dang, what is it? Now I want to look up what it is because I feel so bad. I listen to that thing like a million times, not a day, but anytime that I ride in the car by myself or even with my man. Hearts on Deck. Okay. One of these Little Things and Hearts on Deck. Yeah, I love Hearts on Deck. But anyway, it was like a little small clip with her and G Herbo, and G Herbo was like giving her flowers on Little Things. Everybody loves Little Things, and I love it too. I love all three, but Little Things is one of them ones. Where was I just on my phone? Oh, there we go. But yeah, Little Things is one of the ones. I love Little Things. And that's literally my husband's, I think it's his ringtone for when he calls me. And sometimes I just let his like when he calls, I sometimes just let the phone ring, but I know I have to pick it up by a certain ring because then he'll just hang up. But because I love the song, I love it when it plays. But he was expressing his likes towards the song, like why he likes it, and he was like, it really do be the little things. Like, I wish I had the clip up, because then I just play it in the thing, but I don't know if that's bad or not. But anyway, he said that he likes the song because it really do be the little things. He said that he really does love Tiana. Is that her name? Tiana, I think it's Tiana. I don't know celebrities, okay? So don't drag me in the comments if I don't know somebody or don't know how to say their name. But he said that he, one of the things that he loves about her is the fact that she does things around the household that he has not seen in either past relationships or when he was younger. And then somebody in the comments said something about, oh, I hate when guys only love you for what you do for them and this, that, and the third, and not how you make them feel or the things that make you who you are as a female, yada yada yada. And I just wanted to ask you guys, do you only appreciate the person for what they do for you, or for who they are as a person and the traits that they possess? I feel like it can be both, because when I think about the reasons that I love my husband, it do be the little things, okay? But who are you as a person? The one thing that I'm gonna do when I first met my husband, or when I feel like when anybody first comes into contact with somebody else with an opposite sex that they think that they could take this on with, is who are they as a person? Now, everybody that's not genuine may not think that way. There may be some ingenuine people that it's like, oh, well, what can you do for me? What do you bring to the table? How can you make my life easier? But honestly, it really goes down to, for me as a genuine person, don't know how this is for other people. That's why I said I'm posing this question to you all. But for me, it's really who you are as a person. What traits do you possess? Could I like you for who you are in your entirety and to your core? Because whatever you do for me, anybody could do whatever for me that I want them to do. But it's really who you are that makes me fall in love with you. Are you somebody that's kind? Are you somebody that's gentle? Are you somebody that, disrespects any and everybody around you? Like, who are you as a person? What traits do you possess that make you who you are that I may like? And like I said, for other people that may not be as genuine in a sense, I'm not saying that if you think this way, you're disingenuous, or maybe I am, I don't know. But if you are only thinking about what somebody can do for you, oh, well, this person can pay all my bills and this, that, and the third, if I don't know. I just feel like when you think from a standpoint or a mindset from that first, and then going backwards to, okay, now who are you as a person? I just don't think that's genuine, and I just don't think I could love somebody like that. We could all love different people for different reasons, but I just don't think a relationship like that for me would last. Because yes, you can make my life super easy in all these other areas, but how do you treat me, and how do you treat my family, and how do you treat others when I'm not around and when I'm not looking, right? Like, I don't know. I do know, because that's how I feel. But I'm very curious to to hear what other people have to say. But honestly, like I said, for me, it always comes down to character and your traits first. And then if I like who you are and like all of these other things, it's not really more so like what you can do for me, but it's how do you express my love languages to me? Do you understand who I am as a person, to understand that when you do this is how this is how I take it. Like, if you don't do this, to me, that gives off like a red flag, or you're not considerate, or this may be an area in which you lack. But certain things can be learned, and then I feel like when you love your partner and your partner loves you based on who you are as a person instead of what you can do for them, it makes them want to do more things for you than they may or may not have done in the past for other people. Like my husband, he always tells me, oh, like, I've never bought anybody X, Y, and Z and wanted to spend my money on this person and saw something and thought my girl would look good in this. But when I got with you, like, I always want to spend money on you. I always want to make sure you're taken care of, and this, that, and the third. I feel like when your love is based on that one part instead of who you are, it could be very much like, this is the only reason why I'm doing this, and if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be with you, or if you weren't doing this for me, I wouldn't be with you. Like, I don't like that type of dynamic. So for me, it always makes me feel good, because it's like, okay, I make him feel loved enough, and he sees things in me that make him feel loved enough to want to go outside of his comfort zone from his past relationship to do certain things for me. That's how I look at things. But like I said, to each its own. If you're, somebody that looks at it from a point of what they can do for me, and then I'll look at character, we'll see how that works out. I feel like you are going to be completely left with the scum of the earth when it comes to what somebody can do for you, because, a woman beater can pay your bills and do whatever you need him to do for you. Vice versa, a man beater will do whatever you need them to do for you, but their character, honey, they're those traits that they possess that leave you with battle wounds. That is what is an issue for me. So I don't know. I feel like in that clip, like I said, I'm not saying that he's like, oh, he's just looking at what she can do for him. I'm not saying that whatsoever. In that clip, I think he was just trying to correlate the lyrics that he, likes in the song to his relationship. I think that's all it was. I think the person that commented, oh, niggas only like what a female can do for them and never like for who they are and what she is and who she is as a person. I think that person was just rage baiting, or they just, you can see a 10-second clip and misconstrued the whole message behind it. But I honestly think that he was only commenting on the things that she was doing, because it do be the little things like cleaning up or doing this or asking how my day went, something like that, that he was referring to because of her song. It's not like, oh, well, I only love her because she shows me things or she does things that I didn't have when I was growing up. Like I said, I'm not taking a 10-second video and basing my whole argument off that point. I'm just saying I think he was correlating to how his relationship, like the little things in his relationship that he sees that he likes and appreciates based off, and correlating that to Ella Mai's song. Like, I really don't think it was that deep to, oh, well, I only love her because of this. No, but I'm just saying that if you are coming from a standpoint of, I only love certain people because of what they can do for me, you're going to end up old and alone, because you're only looking at what you can gain out of a situation instead of potentially good people that you can have around you that not only you could pour into, but they can pour into you. So I think when you're doing things out of selfish reasons, yes, it's selfish love. But I feel like if you're more genuine, things that you hold dear, near and dear, and who you are as a person, that will attract like-minded people, like-hearted people around you. And that's what I always tell, I used to say that on the platform early on, is be who you want to attract. Because if you are a negative mind, if you have a negative heart, if you have a dirty soul, those are the things that's going to be attracted to you. Because you can't say that, oh, I want a woman that, let me not say woman, but, oh, I want a man that goes to the gym, that has all these muscles, that eats right, that's super fit, that has all this money, and you are a lazy bum in the bed, not trying to move an inch, chomping on Cheetos. It doesn't work like that. The man that you want is not looking for you because you are not the same thing that you are looking for. If you hold the same values that you are trying to hold as a standard for a man, what area, like what realms are you going to be in with that same person that you want in your significant other if you are not doing the same things? How are you going to find a swole man that's eating right if you are not going to the gym to get fit, going to the store to meal prep? Like, how are you going to, it doesn't work. So be who you want to attract. I honestly think that people can do both. They can love a person for who that person is and the traits that they possess, as well as the things that they do for them, and reflect to them. Because anytime you get in a relationship, your partner is going to reflect and show you things in yourself that you may not have known if it was just you. Okay, so I honestly believe in both. But if you are one-sided and think, oh, I can only love somebody, or I only hold value in people based on the things that they can do for me, maybe that's a character flaw in and of yourself that you may need to change. Or maybe you need to look at it a little differently. Okay, so yeah, that's how I think about the situation. I do not think G Herbo was trying to, degrade his relationship with Tiana. I really hope I'm saying her name right. I feel so bad. His second baby mom. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. But I do not think he was trying to degrade their relationship or degrade the reason why he loves her. I just think he was correlating the song and how the lyrics affected him and how he thinks, as far as like the little things in their relationship, how that amounts to, the love that he has for her. Because you can have both. Like I was just saying, you can appreciate somebody for the things that they do for you, as well as the person and who they are. So it's always going to be the latter for me. I don't know really what the latter means, but it's always going to be who the person is and the traits that they possess, and then what can they do for me, or how they contribute to my life. It's not always about how they contribute to their life. It's just, for me, it's just, who are you as a person, and are you the same person in every room that you go in, whether I'm with you or not? That's what my love is based off of. I never really loved anybody for what they can do for me, but just in my relationship, I do love those things. I do like those things about, okay, he just went out and bought me a whole day's worth of stuff. Like, in every single store I went in, he bought me everything. I love that. I love that you did that for me. I could do it myself, but I feel like people that cannot do certain things for themselves cling on to people and love certain things about other people that they cannot do and hold and inherit for themselves. So I don't know. Take it however you take it, but I'm gonna always love somebody for who they are as a person, and are they the same person in every room that they walk in. I've seen people where they're different in every room that they walk in, and so they have all these friends, but it's like, if you have all these friends and nobody dislikes you in a way, you're not truly yourself, because not everybody likes you. So yeah, that's how I take it. And then the little things that somebody can do for me, I can do it for myself. It's always going to feel even better when somebody else takes that apart as, their goal to do for me, other than me having to do it for myself. So that's nice. But yeah, I just feel like if your sole purpose is when it comes to loving people, is based on what they can do for you, I just feel like that's so disingenuous. And I just don't think that's what G Herbo was saying in his interview with Ella Mai. But drop in the comment section what you guys think about that question. Do you think people can appreciate, or do you appreciate people for the things that they do for you, or do you appreciate and love people based on who they are as a person and the traits that they possess? Okay, we can have a conversation about it in the comments. Drop a black heart, a pink heart in the comment section if you made it this far. And yeah, you guys, I love you all, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Pretty Confident Podcast. Remember, confidence isn't about perfection. It's about embracing who you truly are. So until next time, stay bold, stay authentic, and stay pretty confident. Peace out.